is Bobby Perry. This is the 44th episode of BPerryFilms Podcast, and I'll be answering one of the most trending questions that people always ask me, and that question is, how do I stay motivated? And I'll be breaking down 4 different sectors as to what makes someone productive versus being what we call lazy. So there's 4 steps or 4 phases that I would like to bring up. I would say defining being lazy. These are people that are not motivated to do anything. They just complain a lot and they don't want to put in the work to get to the results, And over the course of the years that I've been alive, I've been able to work with so many different choreographers, so many different producers, and connect with some videographers, photographers, and all those good jazz of sorts of people. And I have learned that if you don't put yourself out there, you're not going to achieve anything. You can keep complaining about being in the same spot over and over, but if you're not willing to put in the work, you're not going to get anywhere, and someone else is going to step in and take over your spot. So when I think of someone that is lazy, I think of them as people that are not willing to try, very complacent, and it becomes really contagious. And then we have phase 2, people procrastinating. When I think of people who procrastinate, that means that they are somewhat motivated. They're just in their heads. And they're just thinking in their head that they're not going to be able to accomplish this goal, or this is taking too long. And people don't realize that goals is an ongoing journey. I know when I was younger, I discovered planners and it helped me keep organized. Me as a performer, I used to perform dance and choreograph. I used to have performances every 2 weeks or at least once a month and it was very tiring and very exhausting, and sometimes I forgot where I was and where I had to be, and you're kind of in this tunnel vision. When I think of procrastinators, I think they're in a tunnel vision of just holding things back and just being complacent as to where they can be and where their goals and objectives can be. So I always recommend for people to get a planner. I recommend the Blue Sky one. When I'm thinking of a planner, I always think maybe I need something that I can outline the whole year. What are some of my goals? What are some of my expectations? And then I break it down into quarterly goals, monthly goals, and weekly goals. And I try to schedule it that way. And I try not to overwork myself or make myself feel tired. If I feel like I'm about to burn out, just relax for a bit. Take a couple hours off. Take one day off. And just reward yourself. And sometimes I had to be in that mode of, I'm going to keep pushing harder and harder and harder. And sometimes when you keep pushing and when your body's not ready, it could put you in that procrastination mode. Don't worry. It's okay to be a procrastinator. Sometimes we don't feel like waking up in the morning, but we still have to because we have to pay bills. We got to provide for our family. We got to get that degree. We got to start their business. We got a team to work and customers to fulfill orders for. But you have to be intentional about where you're putting your eggs into a basket. Sometimes we just need to get out of that mindset of, this is not possible. But why is it not possible? Did someone else tell you that? Because most people that are asked about procrastination, they always bring up, oh, someone told me this, someone told me that. What are you telling yourself? Ask yourself that. That's the most important thing. It's all about the mind, body, and spirit. When we go into phase 3, the motivated person. This person is hungry and they have the intensity of being successful. I created a product a couple of weeks ago, actually over a year ago, and I decided that I was going to create a workbook called the YouTubers Create Workbook. And I walked through people, my clients who joined my membership called YouTubers Create, through the guide of how to become from an amateur to a pro at video creation. It doesn't matter if you're on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Alignable, LinkedIn, all these skills can be applied. And it's for sale on my website, BPerryFilms Shop. And I break down the different components as to how we can go from being that imposter to that person who is going to be a productivity guru. And you're going to find that confidence from within yourself. You're going to be putting in that effort. You're going to take the time out of your day to really achieve your goals. Like I came into college and I told the dean and some of the advisors that I wanted to graduate from Cambridge College in grad school in 1 year, and I wanted to graduate with a 3.8 GPA. And they're like, no, that's not possible. That's not possible. I said, yep, I'm going to do it. And I did. I did it all in 1 year. And I graduated with a 3.85 GPA. I got into honor society. And a lot of things started working out. And I started my business a couple years later, applying all the skills that I had learned from being a consultant, doing internships, helping out coaching clients, helping people out with their digital marketing, helping people start up their businesses. And it just gave me so much fulfillment. And I always thought about the end goal and how it's important for me to take in that moment and just say, wow, I really worked my butt off. Let me reward myself. It doesn't have to be anything with money, but it just has to be with something that is really pushing the envelope. Sometimes we have to have that motivation to just keep going forward, but we need to be able to think, what is going to be the next step? And that is when you come into the person who is productive with their time. And that's phase 4. A person who is productive is always calculating. When I say calculating, I mean analyzing all the facts, they implementing smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. They understand how much time is at hand. They understand their goals, their objective, how they're going to get there, if they need to apply for other resources, like when you're getting a home, do you need to go to a home buyer's course? Do you need to figure out how much business credit you have, how much personal credit you have? How can I break this down? Do I need an accountant? How can I afford this home? And then when you're thinking about going to school, what degree do I want to major in? What is going to be that end goal? How many internships? How many credits? What type of job will I get at the very end? Will I be happy? Will I be successful? These are questions that you have to ask yourself. No one can answer them for you. You have to figure out on your own. And I keep people accountable. A lot of my clients come in and they're like, I don't know. I want to start a podcast, but I don't know. People make it seem easy, but I don't think it is. Guess what? It's not going to be easy. There's a lot of business stuff that you have to go through. And I taught a masterclass a couple of weeks ago, and people learn that it's more than just posting a video. There's a lot of research that goes involved. There's a lot of planning that goes involved, a long time editing, picking out a thumbnail, writing out a description, understanding SEO, figuring out all the facts, finding guests, hiring a team. There's so many different factors that go into all these things. And then people start on their social media journey. I don't have any followers. Did you post your first video? No? Okay, then you're not going to have any followers. How do I get better at editing videos? Practice, practice, practice. See what people were more engaged with. See what people had questions about. Interact with your audience. Get feedback from your peers. Just keep applying these skills over and over. What I love about education that it's always ongoing. It doesn't stop just now. There are opportunities for us to grow. And I know that you notice these 2 books behind me, and these are the 2 books that I will be reading this month. And I want to inspire myself to look through things through a different lens, whether it's on productivity, whether it's on conversations of being a Black man in society. You know, these are moments that we need to take ownership for. So I want to encourage you to find the motivation from within, watch this video over and over, and send this to a friend who needs some of that pep talk. So are you lazy or are you productive? Are you a procrastinator or are you motivated? Answer that in the comments. And I would like to say that I have a promotion going on, and I want to do a little treat for someone who is watching this video to the very end. I want you to follow me on YouTube and Instagram. Purchase YouTubers Create. It's an ongoing course membership. And I want you to send me your receipt to my Instagram account, and there will be a lucky person who will get a one-on-one Zoom call with me for 45 minutes. And I'll be walking you through some of your goals. And this will be a one-on-one conversation where I get to basically get a feel for who you are and also help you get the goal that you're trying to achieve at the end of the day. Because I know that you're capable of doing stuff, but I feel like when people talk to me, they get inspired and I'm able to tap into what's going in here. And sometimes we need to get out of here and start applying action. Sometimes we need to hear those motivational words to inspire us to move forward. Sometimes we need to apply ourselves to make that next move. And why is that? Because if we become too complacent, we make no progress. We don't achieve any of our goals. Now, are you gonna stand there and just watch and binge watch all these videos every single day and not get any results? Yeah, a lot of people do that, but you're gonna make that change today. I want you to follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at BPerryFilms. And also, I have the YouTubers Create workbook that can be found in the description box on my website, BPerryFilms Shop. I'll put the link on the screen so you're able to see where it is as well. And I want you to start applying the skills that are taught in this workbook. It's about 13, 15 pages, and it's something that you need to apply today. I want you to succeed. I want you to do your best, but I want you to take control over your life. Keep pushing forward. I believe in you.